There are so many videos on the perfect start in Minecraft, but I feel like most of them do the same things over and over. But by following my plan, I truly think we can make the perfect start, with getting maxed out armor and tools, and getting the most useful farms in any Minecraft world. And a starter base that's so good that many people wouldn't even consider it a starter base. So let's boot up the world and make this the true perfect start. We're gonna start by making a pickaxe, and then getting our first bits of stone, then craft some basic tools. There's a little bit of coal over there, but there's a skeleton guarding it. I can just make a little bridge and snag this. And our first bit of iron. I'm already a bit hungry, so I'm gonna try and find some animals or maybe a village. And there's a village right there. And in the village, there's tons of hay bales, so we'll have plenty of food. I'm sorry, Mr. Golem, but I need some iron. I'm gonna craft my first iron pickaxe. With the leftover piece of iron, I'm gonna make a nice little shield so I can protect myself. Oh my gosh! What the heck? We are gonna be rich so fast. Well, we can definitely get full iron here easily. And just like that, we're up to full iron armor. Oh, this cave goes deep. There's definitely diamonds down here somewhere. And our first diamonds, let's go. Oh my. 4 creepers. And with this final vein, we should have enough for full diamond armor. Now that we have full armor and a ton of weapons, we need to actually get some good enchantments for them. And the best way to do that is using a villager breeder. So to start, I need a ton of blocks and a flat area, so I'm just gonna remove the small mountain. I can use the bones from the mining trip in order to get all of the carrots that I'll need. We're also gonna need 4 beds, so I'm just gonna steal them from the villagers. And I'm gonna need a few rails for this as well, so I came back to the mine shaft. So I now have everything that I need, but I think it's gonna look really ugly in dirt. So, and now we have some prettier looking blocks. This villager breeder is literally just some beds and some farmland. And it looks like a villager has voluntarily walked in here. Oh, that's actually pretty easy. Now this should start to produce some villagers, but it might take a while. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna build the area where the villagers will be converted into zombies in order to get discounted prices. Finally, I need to get a zombie, and it should be becoming nighttime pretty soon. But I do have a name tag, which is good, because you do need to name these guys, or else they will despawn. And then we're gonna name this guy Roderick. Oh, here's one. Okay, I'm gonna bring him a little closer. This actually might be really easy. Go on this rail. Yeah, trick. There we go. We'll give him the name tag. And let's just give this guy a push. Oh, perfect. Push him in a little more. There. While I wait for the villagers to breed, I'm gonna collect some obsidian so I can go to the nether. And I can actually get there really quick because I have a saddle. And I thought I saw a few horses around here somewhere. Over here. How does this work? Do I just have to keep clicking it? None of these guys want to be my friend. Oh, wait. I'm on him. Oh. Oh, here we go. All right, buddy. You're my new friend. And let's mine up this ruined portal and remake it. I need a new shield just in case. And yeah, I think I'm ready. Okay. It could be worse. I think I'm gonna try and go down there. Actually, I'm gonna go across right here. Okay, so I came here. I'm still in the middle of nowhere. Oh, this looks promising. Oh, another fortress. It's kind of far, though. So I'm going to really quickly build a bridge from the portal to the fortress. It's not even done yet, and I'm getting attacked by blazes. Don't go anywhere. Right here. Hey. Ooh, first blaze rod. Perfect. Just enough blaze rods. So now we should be able to make our first weakness potions. We have some leftover glass, so we can make some bottles. We need some powder to power this. Now we actually need to find a spider for a spider eye. Should be a spider spawner around here somewhere. There we go. There's one. And finally, some brown mushrooms, which means I can then make a fermented spider eye. Now we can start using our villagers to get trades. So you just put the minecart in here and push this button. And boom, we have a villager right here. Now we just have to keep breaking and placing this until we get a good enchantment from this fella. Okay, villager test number 1. Okay, it looks good. Now, all we have to do is splash him with the weakness potion and give him an apple. 1 emerald for looting 3. I have him hooked up to this little area. I just push this button. And he should go right on in. There's just one issue. I don't have any emeralds to trade with him. So I think it's about time that I start working on the raid farm. So the main resources I'm gonna need consist of sand for glass, wood for chests, kelp, cobblestone for stone bricks, and loads of iron for hoppers. And I've just been slowly expanding my sugarcane across this whole river. And I really quickly just gathered the rest of the resources that we would need for the farm. I now have almost every item that I need. I'm just missing one more. And to get this item, I'm gonna need a Silk Touch book. And sweet, we got Silk Touch. Don't ask why he's here, but we gotta get him back. Whee! And let's put that on our pickaxe. And I needed Silk Touch so I could get ice. And now we just need to get a little bit of this ice. Is this packed ice or normal ice? Okay, it's normal ice. How do you get packed ice? What? Oh, I think you need to get packed ice from those, like, mountains. Is this packed ice? Yes. So I think bundles will be good to transport the items because we need to build this thing over an ocean, which is very far from my base. Now we just need to make a little platform. And before I do anything, I need 4 villagers, and luckily there's a village right here next to it. Now we just need to bring these fellows over. And next, I actually need to build up about 97 blocks. And then once I reach the top, I can start building the farm, which honestly makes no sense to me, so I'll just show you how I built it. And then the worst possible thing happened. So I'm almost done building the raid farm, right? I have all of this done, all this complicated redstone and stuff. And from that corner to this corner, it's supposed to be 11 blocks, right? But if you count mine, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. It's not 11. So I pretty much have to rebuild the entire farm. So I tore down all my hard work and rebuilt it 1 block over. And now after many hours, I believe we have it completed. Besides one key feature. And this part I've been dreading, which is putting all the villagers in their pod things. What? Where'd they go? I think we found our answer. Oh, sweet. There's still villagers here. Hoping there's at least 2 more villagers here. That's all I need. Oh, there's 1. And there's 2. Perfect. The final villager is a farmer, but I don't know how to get him out of being a farmer. But luckily, I know where another village is, so I can just grab another villager from there. Ah, yes. You're coming with me, fella. And while we're here, we need to snag this lead from our horse, so can you get in the boat? All right, so he doesn't like boats, so we're going to put him in a little hole because we're going to need this in order to get our villagers up to the top. All right, so now we got to get 2 villagers per boat. There we go. Now, I believe this is how you do it. Hook it onto the boat, and then if I go up... Oh, we go up a little more, maybe. And then... Boom. Now we just gotta do that one more time. All right, well, now we got them all up here. I kind of want to get them off their head, though. And then this is kind of the hard part, where we just have to transport all these villagers into their own pods. I think we gotta first trap them in, like, a little box, maybe. And then I believe when we put a minecart right there, he should be sent on up. But we have to finish these rails first. So we sent test zombie number 1. Let's see where he is. And perfect. So now we just have to repeat this a few more times. And then the last thing we need is a bad omen bottle. And luckily, I know exactly where a pillager outpost is. So it should be right over here. Oh, there it is. I know who I'm looking for, though. I'm looking for your captain. Here he is. Perfect. Bad omen 2. Alrighty. It all comes down to this. Hold down, right click. Oh, raid's from starting. Oh, wait. Oh my god. Oh, that's not good. Wait. I'm gonna try going back up. Oh, we got some emeralds. Oh, we're actually... Oh, totem! Okay, sick! Okay, so it's working, kind of. I'm just glad I got my first totem. Oh, another totem. Let's go. Okay, that's sweet. But honestly, I don't need to AFK this anymore for now. I got totems and emeralds, so I'm gonna head back so we can start working on getting all of our villagers set up. And after that really long trip, it makes me realize that I need an elytra ASAP. And in order to fight the Ender Dragon, I need some really good armor. So the next goal is gonna be to get more... Where's my silk touch guy? Oh, that actually scared me. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna try and get villagers for all of the different enchantment books that I'm ever gonna need. And with the efficiency 5 villager, we now have every single villager that we'll ever need. So now we just need to trade for all of the books, but we need a ton of emeralds to get all these. So I'm gonna head back over to the raid farm, but I need an ominous bottle and some more firework rockets. So I need to collect some dye. It's a little guy right here for an ominous bottle. How did that even happen? All right, time to try this again. So bad omen in here, firework rockets in here. Oh my god. Get me out of there. Oh my god. How many are there? I'm gonna head back because I do actually need all this loot. Let's see, do we get anything? Okay. Oh, there we go. There's some more totems. Oh my god, we're actually loaded on totems. But the one thing I do need is ominous bottles, and I'm not seeing any of them. And I realized that raid farms didn't actually drop ominous bottles. So I really quickly collected all of the resources that I would need so I can build a super simple ominous bottle farm. Wait, no, how are they getting in? They're gonna kill my iron golem. Oh, I think they're going up there and dropping down. I think I gotta get rid of this whole mountain, and that's gonna be really annoying. So now that I've cleared out this little part of the mountain, I think it's fine. I don't think it's possible that the golem is gonna die. But in the future, when I get like a beacon, I'm definitely gonna want to dig this whole mountain out to make it maximum efficiency. But yeah, I think I built this in literally the worst place. Yeah, this isn't the greatest, but I think it'll definitely be a lot better as soon as we get this hill flattened out. I need oh my god! I'm getting charged right now. They are all on me. All right, yeah, now it's time to get out of here. Wait, I need my horse. Let's get him and go. And before we head off, I'm gonna buy a looting 3 book so we can get a ton more resources from the raid farm. So I loaded up the ominous bottles, and I also have the firework rockets in here from last time. So I'm gonna try booting the farm up again in hopes that the Vexes won't spawn. So let's try this out. Oh, the Vex. And as you can probably guess, I didn't fix the issue. So if you know how to fix it, please comment down below. But I still ended up getting a ton of resources. So now I'm gonna start maxing out all of my armor in preparation for the Ender Dragon. In order to start preparing for the dragon fight, I'm gonna need some Ender Pearls. And I believe I can just trade for them with these dudes. And now we should be able to buy XP bottles. What? So it turns out we just got really unlucky and we need to try again. Yes! 4 emeralds for an Ender Pearl. And I believe we can get this a little bit cheaper if we just send this fella on through. 1 emerald for 1 Ender Pearl. What a deal. And after using them to find the end portal, I built a nether portal there so I can get there super quickly. Oh wow, right next to our staircase. Here we go, now we can get a ton of books. So let's head back so we can prepare for the end fight. And boom, we can actually trade 1 book for 1 emerald. So right there's 12 emeralds. And after getting all the enchantments that I need, I can fight the Ender Dragon. And before I knew it, I was in the end. It wasn't that dramatic, it was actually pretty simple. And it wasn't long before we got our first Elytra. I only got 3 more rockets and I'm not finding an end gateway, so... Oh, thank God, with 2 rockets left. Now I'm gonna try to acquire something that we're gonna need for this series, right after getting some rockets. But what we're gonna need is some netherite armor. And with the new update, you actually need something new called the smithing template, which you can get from raiding a bastion, which luckily we have right here. But we gotta hope there's one inside of here. And it's also very dangerous in here. Even with someone that has full enchanted armor, it's still very dangerous. But I am just gonna try and sneak my way in. And I'm not too sure where the chests are, but they should just be scattered around. Oh, there's a chest right here. Let's see. Did we get lucky? No. Well, I'm gonna at least steal these gold blocks. These are really useful. Seems to be another area over here. I think the chests are just like kind of... Oh, here we go, here we go. Yes! There we go, a smithing template and an ancient debris. Don't mind if I do. That is so good. Now all we have to do is just mine for a ton of hours and then we can get netherite armor. And now I believe the best Y level is 15. And now I'm literally just gonna mine. And I'm definitely gonna snag this gold. This comes in really handy. So I did this until I got enough ancient debris to upgrade all of my armor and tools. And we'll smelt all this up. And while we're mining, we got a ton of gold. Now we just gotta take our netherite template and find our diamonds. And I believe we gotta duplicate it like this. Yup. Here we go. Perfect. 9 netherite ingots. Now let's just put this on all of our armor and tools. And we have 1 left over for a silk touch pickaxe. And look at this. Full netherite. We're gonna actually head back to the nether, because I actually really want a beacon. And now that we have looting 3 and a sword, this should be a walk in the park. Oh, that was actually really close. What the heck? And there we go, the 3rd one. Hey, we got a 4th one. And I believe we can easily kill this thing. And all we have to do is go to the end and then dig a little bit under it. Then you have this little obsidian thing and you put this wither right here. And then hopefully all I have to do is put them here. Does an explosion, and then can we just kill it here? And sweet, another star. And now we'll make our beacon. But in order to activate it, we'll need a ton of iron, emerald, diamond, or any blocks like those. So I think it's actually best that we build an iron farm now. But for that, we're gonna need a ton of stone bricks. We actually have a ton of gold. I plop this right here, and then we'll take a piece of iron, put it in, haste. Yeah, we're gonna need haste too if we wanna mine it fast. So for now, this will work, but I'm just gonna mine out all of the blocks that we need. And now that we have all the resources, I'm gonna go around and get all of the wool that we need. And now we've acquired all the beds that we need. And now we have to find a spot to put it, and I think over here could honestly just be a really good area. And this farm was actually really simple to build. So now for the most part, the farm is pretty much done, but we need to get the zombies and the villagers in their places. And now we just need to wait for it to be nighttime, which I think it's becoming right now. Oh look, here's a guy right here. Is he coming? So if we just go... Okay. And perfect, he's in. And then I quickly put the remaining 3 zombies in their pods. Then I transported villagers from my villager breeder onto the bed so then they get scared from the zombies and then it spawns an iron golem. Let's see how much iron we got just in the time that it took to build the farm. Am I gonna be impressed? Oh my god. In just that little amount of time, we already got almost 6 stacks of iron. Oh my god, look at it from over here. There's like 6 golems going in at one time. Now that we have enough iron, I think right here will be perfect for the beacon. And with the addition of 1 iron, we can finally claim our haste 2. Oh yeah, this is so much better. So I've been running out of rockets like crazy, and that's due to a lack of gunpowder. So I think the next farm that I'm gonna make is a creeper farm. And the materials are actually super simple. And we now have all the items that we need besides the building blocks. And this farm was actually super simple with just a few platforms and then water going on and off on every single one of them. So the rates on this farm are actually surprisingly good. As you can see, there's a ton of stuff here. I took a lot of the gunpowder out, but I'm getting a ton of bones and arrows and rotten flesh and stuff that I don't really need. And I believe I can just put trap doors on these corners to make it so only creepers spawn, but that's a problem for the future. And the next issue is actually my durability on my tools. Now right now they're actually all looking really well, but it's been very hard to keep them up to pristine condition like this, and I need a better way of getting XP. So I think the next farm that I'm gonna build is an Enderman farm so we can get a ton of really quick XP. And the items are actually really easy, so I'm just gonna quickly grab those. And the whole farm is just a platform with a hole in the middle for the Enderman to go down. So in order to get them over, what the heck? They keep stealing my block! Bro, these guys need to stop taking my, oh my god, they gotta stop taking my blocks. Now we just use a ton of ender pearls until we get an endermite. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright. Anyways, let's put our shovel in our offhand and just start swinging, and yep. This was the play. And the next farm I'm going to be making is one that a lot of people didn't even know you can actually make. And that is going to be a shulker box farm. And we're going to need a ton of scaffolding for this project, which is good because we have a ton of bamboo. But you also need string for it, which we could probably get from our mob farm. Oh yeah, this should be plenty of string. Let's just grab some of the other resources that we can easily get, like the water and minecarts, boats, snow, pumpkins, activator rails, slabs, stairs, droppers, a dispenser, observers, iron bars, a piston, redstone dust, buttons, fence gates, soul sand, a pressure plate, trapdoors, hoppers, chests, a lever, and some rails. And before we go, I'm gonna grab the beacon because we're gonna need to mine out some blocks when we get there. Actually, wait a minute. We have the fastest iron farm in the game. Yeah, I don't need to mine it. I'm just gonna use all this. And all I have to do is grab the beacon. And now we need to head to the end so we can start building this farm. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have been doing that. The farm needs to be built near an end city because I'm gonna have to transport a shulker into the farm. Hey, here we go. So even with the beacon, we can't instantly mine the end stone, but we're gonna have to mine out a bit of this area anyway. I think this is enough area cleared out. So this design is really simple because I don't have to transport the shulker to the overworld. And in a lot of designs, you have to transport the shulker between the overworld and the nether, and this one, you don't have to do all that. We now have pretty much the whole farm built up. We just need one final thing, and that is getting a shulker over here. To start, we need to build a little bridge over, but I gotta stop breathing slabs. So when I take out the shulker from the minecart, he doesn't teleport onto the blocks. Now we just gotta use dirt and connect it to the city. Seems to be 2 here. Let's just take out 1 real quick. And let's see if this works. Oh, let's try moving it back 1. Yes! He's off. Wait, why'd he stop? Oh, I think we forgot one of the rails. Go, go, go. Why is it not moving at all? Alright, let's try this. Why is this not working? Break it. Please work. Yes! What? Yes! Okay, and I think we just have to break all these and flick the lever. Boom. No! But yes! And I hear the shulker. Oh wait, I think it is working. Alright, I'm gonna call that a success and call it a day on the shulker farm. The next thing I'm gonna do is actually pretty simple, but it is definitely gonna give me a ton of emeralds. And we're gonna start by clearing out a little bit of area here, and then add some more villager stalls, and then we're gonna need some toolsmith villagers, and then load them up. And yeah, let's just say we can get a ton of emeralds from this. And after getting a farmer villager for all of the golden carrots that we need, I realized something. There is one issue that I keep getting whenever I build new farms, and that is the lack of wood. Because a lot of farms require a lot of chests and hoppers. So the next farm I'm gonna be building is a super simple tree farm. Well, it's not really that simple, but it should be perfect to give us a ton of oak so we can build stuff like chests. Because I'm so sick of manually harvesting wood. And one of the blocks that we're gonna need is a slime block. And according to my research, it's actually really easy to get a lot of them. And all you need is 1 slime block, but we're 1 slime ball away from that. It's getting nighttime and I don't know where a swamp is yet, so I'm gonna try and look for one. Alright, I can't find a swamp, but I'm gonna see if I can just go into a cave and find a slime chunk to kill some of them. Oh my gosh, there's a ton of diamonds in here. Ooh, I see a little slime over there. So then I think you you just put the slime block in here, and it seems to be going in. And we get Potion of Oozing. I've never seen this potion before. So now I'm gonna build a super simple slime farm that makes use of these new potions that we got. And I'm just gonna quickly build it right here. And to start it, we just collect some of the snow from the snowman. Then I gotta get a few jack-o'-lanterns ready, and then create a ton of snowmen. No, are you serious? Snowmen die in the rain. So I think I just splashed them with this potion, and then flip this trapdoor to kill them. Oh my gosh, this gave a ton of slimes, what the heck? This thing is insane, we already got a little over 3 stacks of slime balls. And after doing it again, we have enough slime for the tree farm. And the next block we need is actually honey. And I don't think I've ever gotten honey in Minecraft before. Well, let's see how this goes. So I think you need a campfire so then the bees don't attack you. And then I'm pretty sure we just need to find a beehive. There we go, here's one. Alright, so let's try this. If we just put the campfire down and right click it, no. We have to click them? No. How does this work? We have to like give them flowers, I think? Oh wait, oh, this is how you breed them. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, but now how do we get honey? Okay, let's try this again. Let's put the campfire, the bee nest, and then unlead all of them. Oh, he's in. Okay, according to my research, we need a lot more flowers, and luckily we have an entire iron golem farm that produces a ton of roses. I think we just line this thing up. Oh, we have honey. But we can't get it yet. We need to shear with our shears first to get honeycomb so we can make a beehive. So then we can put another campfire with the beehive on it. Now I should be able to store a lot more bees. And after heavily expanding my operations, I was able to get a ton of honey. And after collecting the rest of the resources, we were ready to build this tree farm. I think a perfect spot for it to go would be right here. So we just gotta remove this village house. And then the farm itself isn't that complicated. So I'm just gonna quickly build it up. And then if I flick this lever, TNT should start dropping down. Yes. And then I believe I just come in here and just start placing the saplings. Oh, it's working. Just from a few seconds, we already got almost 2 stacks of oak logs. And there's still a couple more farms that I want to make, but I'm going to do this a little bit later because I want to start working on our starter base because I am already super overpowered and I'm just living here with the bees right now. And one of the main blocks we're going to need is bricks. And then I believe if we take a villager and give him a stone cutter, we should be able to, yes, we can trade for bricks. And if we buy him out, we can craft these into brick blocks. And that's already 40 from just one trade. I'm going to need a lot of them, specifically 23 stacks. And our villager trading hall is looking nice, but I think we need to add another layer. And I actually really like the new look of this place. And now we have an area for all of our stonecutter dudes to go in. And now that they're all in, we have an infinite supply of bricks. And the next thing we need is a ton of grass blocks, so I'm just gonna mine up a bunch of these. Yeah, this should be good for now. Now we need 16 stacks of deep slate. Okay, this should work for now. Alright, this should be plenty of iron blocks because I'm gonna need another spot for my beacon, and that's gonna be in the desert because I need a ton of sandstone. Oh, we don't actually need a beacon. It's already instantly mined. Alright, let's just go to work. And for this build, we're gonna need a lot of those smooth stone blocks. And we actually have a decent amount of coal, so it should be fine. But we're gonna have to set up a decent amount of furnaces, and then fill each of them up with a stack of stone and 8 coal. And perfect. Okay, so I think the perfect spot to build my starter base is right up on this hill near all of our farms and stuff. So I'm gonna start off by building the outline of the base by using the smooth stone blocks. And now we just need to get some sheep up in here. And there we go, they can start breeding. And the next plan of action is getting 2 of them in each section. Alright, yeah, that took a long time. So the order is gonna be red, orange, yellow, lime, green, light blue, cyan, blue, purple, magenta, pink, white, light gray, gray, black, brown. And while we breed our sheep, I'm gonna fill this area up with grass. And perfect. And after gathering the rest of the resources, I was able to start our starter base. I'm not much of a builder, but I think the base came out pretty well. And just placing the blocks took hours. And now the base is complete. Almost. Because the floor and main cathedral area are done, but I'm still gonna build a huge central chandelier right here going right down the middle. So I quickly built it up, and with adding those candles, this chandelier looks pretty good in my opinion. And now that the base is completely finished, it's time to start moving in. So let's start by getting all of our resources from this area into the base, and now all of our items are in the chests here. Next up, we're gonna put the beacon right in the middle, and this is actually designed so we can go all the way up, and the beam will actually shine through to work properly. Let's put the beacon in down here, and oh my gosh, it's actually terrifying down there. And there he goes. Oh, that looks fire. That actually looks insane. And let's move the nether portal over. Okay, I think this nether portal design doesn't look that bad, so I'll just keep it for now. Now I'm gonna build up a sugarcane farm. And after gathering the resources I would need, I quickly built up the farm. And there we have it. This farm is actually complete. It's actually super simple too. And it uses this cool flying machine, so when I flick this lever, it'll actually go by and it'll get all of the sugarcane that's grown up. So we can see here, boom, it just rammed that over. But now, if we ever need sugarcane, we can just pop over here and snag some. And the next farm that we're going to be making is an automatic cobblestone generator. And there's actually very little items that you actually need to make this farm. So we can just clear all of this dirt out. And now that it's cleared out, I'm just going to build up this farm super quickly. It's super simple. I believe all we have to do is flick this lever. It's actually working really well. As soon as they generate, they explode, so it's like maximum efficiency. There is one issue though with our nether portal, and that's that our portal spawns in the middle of nowhere and not at our old portal. So we're gonna have to connect this to our old portal. And I'm gonna actually break our old portal because now it just brings us to this random location in the middle of all of our farms. The next thing I'm gonna build is a gold farm, and we need a ton of magma, specifically almost 3 shulker boxes full of it. So I quickly gathered all 3 shulker boxes of magma blocks. Next up, we'll need 6 stacks of glass, so I'm just trading with the villager. And then after gathering the rest of the resources, it was time to pick out a spot to build the farm. Alright, so I'm gonna make the entrance probably super close to the portal, so I'll just dig up right here. And now I believe we just have to find one of these that go super high up. And here we go, right here. I'm actually getting really nervous because I don't want to get stuck on top of this nether roof. But I believe we just have to throw a pearl right here, and we need to make sure this is the exact bedrock that we break, so I'm gonna put a piston there to indicate it. And now we just have to build up this little mechanism. And now that it's built up, we need to change our keybinds to make it easier to place blocks. Okay, then I believe I just flick this lever down, come right here, and hold this, and oh, it worked! Let's go! And then boom, we have complete access to the nether roof. But before we start building, we still need one more item, and that's turtle shells. And I believe it's because zombie pigmen are attracted to them, so they'll run to them, and then they'll come into our trap. I'm gonna head back over to where the raid farm is, because I believe there are some turtles around that area, maybe. And when we do find them, we're gonna need to breed them and use seagrass, which I believe is this. Yes. Yes! Finally. After over an hour, we found some. Oh, there we go. There's some now. No, I just broke it! Oh my god. And after farming all of the turtle eggs, we were finally ready to build the farm. And the first plan of action is to find a nether waste biome. Boom, perfect, right here. And then after making the collection system, I started the magma blocks, and I realized something. I'm gonna have to place a ton of magma, and if you stand on magma, you take damage. But if you crouch, you'll be safe. So, either if I have Frostwalker, I can stand and not take damage, but the better option is if you have Swift Sneak, you can just crouch and go the same speed as if you were walking. But how do you get Swift Sneak, you might ask? I actually have no idea. But according to my research, you find them in ancient cities. And I am actually terrified of ancient cities because of the warden. So I'm gonna prepare myself with a ton of totems. And I'm gonna make an investment on some golden apples because I really do not want to die. And I actually don't believe I've seen an ancient city yet, so we're gonna have to find one. And I'm thinking maybe there's one under this mountain range right behind our base. So I'm just gonna go right in the center and dig straight down. Yeah, I don't think there's an ancient city here. Alright, let's try this mountain range. Nope. Ooh, emerald. Oh! I think this is it. Alright, here goes nothing. Oh my gosh. Okay, nothing out of the first chest, but these music disc fragments. Okay, how does this work? Alright. I'm just gonna dig a super long pathway. So if I do have to escape quickly, I can just fly through here and I should survive. I'm gonna sneak around. I should not have done that. Nope. Get me the heck out of here. Go. Oh my gosh, this thing is massive. Swift Sneak 2. Okay. Oh my god, another one is spawning. I can't see anything. Alright. Nope. Get me out of here. What? How do you fight this? Yes, Swift Sneak 1. Okay, we have Swift Sneak 2 and we have Swift Sneak 1. So if we get any Swift Sneak, we can get Swift Sneak 3 instantly. So let's just search a couple more chests. Yes, Swift Sneak 1 and 2. We are leaving here and we are not coming back here for a very, very long time. So now when we crouch, we go pretty fast. Now we can get back to building the gold farm. So I really quickly placed all of the magma. All right, and the gold farm is complete. Now let's actually go up to the top stop and AFK where we need to. Let's see, does this actually seem to be working well? Oh, I see a lot of death particles. Alright, it's probably been, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. Let's check it out. We already got a ton of gold. And we're actually back at the shulker farm because I think I forgot to turn this on, maybe. Here it is. Okay, let's flick it down. Alright, stuff is going on. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's working! I'm getting some shells. Okay, I think that was the issue. I think we just had to flick the lever, and now it's actually working, giving us shulker shells. And before we can say that this is a perfect start to a hardcore series, we need to set up one of the most valuable systems in all of Minecraft. And that is an ender chest. But I don't want to just get ender chests. I want to fill it up with everything that I'm ever gonna need. And I'm gonna put everything in shulkers, and the first thing that I'm gonna make is a rockets box. So we'll start off by stealing all of the rockets that are already in my base, which isn't that many. Turn that bad boy on. And then head over to the gunpowder farm, steal all of this. Alright, and there we go. And the next box I'm gonna be making is a food box, so I need a ton of golden carrots. And one villager won't be enough, so we're gonna have to get another one. And here we go. And then we'll have to finish this up another time because I can't just sit here and trade with these guys forever. And the final box we're gonna be making is an enchantment bottle box. So then we can repair our armor whenever we need to. And I believe I can easily trade for these. Yes, right here. And same with the food, I'll just slowly fill it up. And with our ender chest set up, I think that's gonna conclude our perfect start to our hardcore series. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because as crazy as this episode was, it's nothing compared to what's coming next. What we've got planned will make all of this look small. This journey's just getting started, so I'll see you in the next episode.